Hey YouTubers, it's RacermanXtreme here, and today I'm going to show you my updated 2016 desk setup. You're going to be shocked by some of the things I got, and I do want to talk about one problem with my HD60S that apparently, according to Random Acts, I ignored his advice, but I don't think I did. I don't remember him saying that. I just remember him saying it was overpriced and stuff. But I am looking to get a solution soon, but we'll talk about that later. Right now, I want to show you my desk setup. So, without further ado, let's take a look. So, you're probably thinking, wait a minute, I see a couple new things. Not much. What's the difference? Well, coming over here, we have a brand new microphone. This is a pop filter, mic stand, Blue Yeti, blackout. It is mounted in the bottom, and I do have a pair of earbuds that I use for school plugged in the bottom. I have a new pair of earbuds, I might just use those. They are located right here. These have a mic, and these don't. I didn't know what was wrong, but I set up the microphone a little more, and I got these to work, and I just haven't unplugged them yet. You have to go into the PC settings and set this as the default playback device, and there you go. This wire does go behind the TV and elsewhere. I'll get to that in a sec. One little cool addition that I have is that this cable right here, on the other end, AV/RCA cables. They are the yellow, red, and white cables. White and red are L and R, or left and right speaker. Well, this cable converts the 3.5mm headphone jack that you can find in these speakers or the back of the TV or even in your iPhone or Android. Well, basically, I want to convert that signal to something that this thing uses, and I did. So, because I have my speakers hooked to my TV and all of the other devices are hooked via HDMI, I can now play games with the surround sound. Because I have the conversion cable coming off these coming off the headphone jack going into this. Okay, that's still not enough. What do you mean this is a complete update? Well, look what we have here. This is the HD 1080p Logitech C922 Pro streaming webcam. Okay, that's still not enough. What's the big surprise that you hyped this up for? Well, I also have an HD60S back here, but we'll talk about the problem with it. Or actually, no, it's over here, but it's hooked to the PS4 right now. But the main thing I wanted to show off, because it is brand new, and it is going to be a huge part of this channel going forward, I got a new computer. Wrong. This isn't my computer. Alright, ready? The big reveal. I should probably move the speaker. Ready, set. What do you think? In here, we have a GTX 1080. I never thought I would ever say that in my entire life. I have a GTX 1080 in my computer. That is an 850 watt power supply, 80 bronze, pretty good rating. It's got an M.2 SSD in there. It is located right there, 512 gigabytes. In this drive bay, I have a 1 terabyte SSD, 2.5 inch, and here I have a normal size, I think it's 3.5 inch, it might be 5.25 inch, but whatever size it is a 6 terabyte Western Digital, just like this one. I also have 32 gigabytes of DDR4, a 6700K, and a thermal take case. I don't know which one in particular. And also I have the Asus Z170 Deluxe motherboard, as you can see here. But the one thing I also wanted to show off was this. There we go. The remote doesn't want to work sometimes. But I have this. So at night, I can always know where my computer is. I'll show you a bit more. I also have an antenna right here. That is also by Asus, and it allows me to get internet. I've had this for a really long time. I have officially decided that I want to use my ergonomical keyboard with PlayStation, and I want to use the normal, newer keyboard for gaming just because I think it's going to be a lot easier to game on a regular keyboard. I don't really care about mechanical, membrane, or even the just the ones that you barely touch that aren't even membrane. It's like something else, I forget what they're called, but I don't really care about mechanical versus not mechanical, or membrane versus not. I know mine is like a old membrane, I think, or it's got like the rubber buttons that push down on two clear pieces of plastic, like film. Well, it's not film, but plastic circuit boards, and then an antenna inside will detect where everything is and then transmit it out. That's the basic idea behind that keyboard, which works with this. But I just went with this because it's also black. Over here, I told you a couple months ago, or whenever I did my last desk tour, that this was to be used with whatever desktop. Well, again, that's changed. I still have the G29 down here. I have updated my my plan for how I want everything to be hooked up down there. It's nice and clean over there now, if I want to stick my wheel over there. But I will show you a map that I drew out last night, if I can find it. Here it is. This isn't the neatest handwriting or anything, but here's a key, and then it goes PS4, TV, PC, Sony stereo, subwoofer for the Sony stereo, the insignia, which is those right there, and that. This is the Sony system, and then the big gray one's the Sony sub, and then that goes with the insignia. It's just one big unit versus one big gigantic unit and a subwoofer to go with it. PS3. My landline over there, my radios back there, G27, G29, and then I have a free space, and then I also have my phone USB cable plugged in right there. This I got, I think, last year or the year before. I think it was last year when I got that big Monster strip, and it's actually by Monster, some company that has Monster in the name, but I've had it for a while, that's why it's all dusty, but I wanted to sketch out a plan the night before, so when I got my computer, I could just plug right on in. It's actually true that my PC power cord doesn't reach, so I plugged it into the wall back there, but other than that, my desk setup is just going to get a little neater looking. I know it's still kind of a mess. But I did want to reveal this. This is my main priority, is to reveal my new computer. So yeah, there's the CPU fan, the heatsink, GTX 1080. Motherboard's got a nice little display. I don't think there's anything else. Earlier today we installed these, so I did in fact put those in. My dad helped me, but I did put them in. And yeah, these are pending removal for an actual like device to go right here. Like, I think this is gonna be a disk drive and this is gonna be a card reader. It might be the other way around, but I don't really care right now. On the top, I do have the reset button. I do not want to press that button because I don't know what it does. This turns up the fans, slows them down, controls the lights. Power button, of course it's made out of stainless steel. And then I got some top mounts right here. My other cords go back here. It's kind of a mess, but again, we'll clean it up later. Got the power, HDMI, all of the devices, the Wi-Fi antenna right here, and other than that, I think everything's fine. Alright, now let's go talk about the HD60S. Now, I made a huge deal about trying to get Restless Driver filmed with a capture card. I made a huge deal about it. Huge deal. And unfortunately, the PlayStation 3 does not allow capture cards. Probably thinking, wait a minute, what? I see people streaming PS3 all the time, or I see PS3 videos all the time without a camera. Well, guess what they're doing? Their setup is a bit different. Now, I don't have HDMI plugged in at the moment, but they use this one right here hooked to a capture card. Or they have a rig where this will go to a splitter or an HDMI to HDMI system. So basically, what happens in that process is on the way to the capture card, the HD CP is broken. Alright? Think of it as a padlock for all the data going through HDMI, the video and the audio, and whatever other data there is. But basically, from here to my Elgato HD60S, it does not want to send the data through, and it won't, and I can't record it because it's got that protection on there. The PS4 has the option to remove it, but PS3 does not, and that's what's really, really terrible. So, luckily, Gran Turismo Sport's coming out in a few months, and I can literally do Restless Driver on there, but unless you guys want to see more me pointing the camera at the TV, I'm afraid we're either going to A, have to cancel Restless Driver, B, wait, or C, oh well, just move on with it, or D, find a new game. Hopefully we won't be canceling it. I do not plan to cancel it. I do plan to postpone it if you guys are seriously sick of me pointing it at the TV, which, by the way, that'll actually disappoint me because I worked so hard to make the show ready to go when I finally decide to film. Move to a new game, or just keep pointing it at the TV. I'd rather just keep pointing it at the TV because I know it works. Alright? I'm so sorry that I have to announce this. But I have to. Hopefully Gran Turismo will come out soon, or we can go to a new game where it will work, which would be any kind of PS4 or even now a PC game, which I can finally run at a resolution that is high enough to the point where I have to downscale it just to put it on my television. And I keep hearing, oh, well, your TV, you know, isn't going to be able to do certain things as good as an actual monitor. Well, honestly, I don't care. My TV works. That's all I care about. I don't need another monitor. Like, where would I even put it? I wouldn't be able to play PS4 if I had a monitor in the way. Because, you know, I might want to use my computer while I'm playing the game, and I'd like to just be able to flip between the two instead of having an actual monitor in the way, and I have to constantly move it. But, I feel bad for everyone that was hyped, and I feel bad that I cannot bring you the good content that you guys have all been waiting for so patiently, and I've been waiting for so patiently. But I will be doing a live stream a lot. Sort of every day, sort of not. It's just depending on what I want to do. But that microphone up there is going to be a huge part of the channel. The capture card back there, again, I don't know if you guys can see it. I'm trying to find it. It's over there somewhere. I know this is going to be a major part. This is going to do all the editing from now on because it's got the 7 terabytes, 7.5 terabytes actually. It's got 7.5 because it's got the M.2 SSD in it, which is that little chip-looking SSD that I showed you instead of an actual solid-state drive that you have to put in a drive bay down here. But other than that, I think that's going to wrap up this video. Hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you're disappointed like I am and you just generally like the video. Leave a dislike if there were a lot of flaws with this video itself, not the content within it, but like the editing or whatnot. You can leave a dislike, I don't really care. Be sure to comment any changes you'd like to see, any requests for videos, if you're interested in the GTA live streams that I want to do. I want to do a bunch of stuff on my channel, and now that I got a capture card and a new computer, I can do a heck of a lot more, and it's going to be a real freedom from the old ways of doing things. So anyway, take care and have a great day, night, morning, etc.